Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Creative Collector. I have a special guest with me today. He is a very unwanted guest. It's this damn cold sore right here. I got to get a video out for you guys, so I could just do this the whole entire video, but the show must go on. So let's get to the video. In the background here, I've got 3 of my Ultimate Series statues from my Patreon, and today we're going to focus on this guy here, the Punisher. As you may already know, he is my favorite character. This is one of many statues that I have of the Punisher. Yeah, I've got quite a few of them. And so in today's video, I'm going to show you what I did to print it and paint it, some of the techniques I used with it, and also some of the issues that I had with it. And it's just part of the process, but I'm going to talk to you about that today. So come on back and let's get started. So here he is. This is what I like to call the Ultimate Punisher. This piece was sculpted by Enzo Shimomura, who's done a lot of pieces for my Patreon. And he and I both collaborated on this one as far as concept, the design, and everything. And he just worked his magic, and this piece just come out just amazing. So I did print this in 1/4 scale on my Frozen Sonic Mega 8K, my Uniformation GK2, the, whoa, geez, what else was it? Saturn 4 Ultra, and God knows what else I printed on. There were so many pieces with this thing, and it took a while to put together and took a even longer time to paint. So we're going to start from the top and go our way down to the bottom. On the skin tones, I just used the basic technique that I always do. You can see a couple of videos that I made on skin tones, and I'm actually in the process of making an updated version of skin tones, something that's a little bit more easier to follow for you guys, along with shading techniques. And the rest of it, I just primered in black. Everything on Punisher on this piece especially is in black, and I went back, pretty simple with the figure, and I just dusted it up a little bit, dirtied it up, weathered it, whatever you want to call it. I did paint the skull an off-white, put a little bit of brown wash on it, weathered it up really good, and I think it kind of looks battle-worn, and it turned out pretty good. I did take that same brown, very lightly dry brushed it on the gloves and on some of the textures over the suit itself, and on the just the legs, and even the pouches here. I did do the pouches here like in a deep brown, and I did a black wash on those and did a lighter brown dry brush over the top of it. The gun, when I got finished with it, it's just basic black here, and I did a little chipping and weathering here with some chrome and some gunmetal gray. But check out the back side here. This is something you've never seen before on a Punisher statue, or the 2 guns that were actually in this vest holder right here. I did see this on a picture online, and I thought, how cool would it be to actually do this on a statue? And so Enzo made it happen. And then he added the grenades to the belt, and you know, the fasteners and everything like that. A little bit more intricate type stuff he took care of. And then there's more pouches, but it's a little different than what you normally see. You normally see Punisher with this huge either Gatling gun or huge rifle on his back, or a backpack or something like that. But I wanted him something a little different, something unique, and this is what we come up with, and I think Enzo nailed it, and we hit a home run with it. And of course, he's also brandishing a pistol over here. And on his front vest here, he's got plenty of magazines to reload. And again, a little bit more weathering and stuff on the suit, on the body. And on the boots and on the ends of the pants here, we just kind of weathered it up really nice. Just some brown tones dry brushed over the black. And the same thing with like the knee pads. Just dirtied it up a little bit. Wanted to make it look like he was in some sort of battle. And of course, on the face here, we did a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. I do have a video on that as well if you need to learn how to create one of those. But look at that mug. Oh, only a face a mother could love. So other than that, the black was accented pretty much with all of the silver and chrome buckles and everything like that that you see on here. I think it really made it pop. The guns on the back we did in chrome, and the little fasteners and stuff like that as well. Even though this is a very simplistic render of Punisher, he's not all loaded down with guns and ammo and everything, or himself anyway. We'll talk about the base in a minute. I think it's pretty striking as a character itself, so I'm really happy how it turned out. Speaking of the base, let's talk about the base a little bit. So the base is pretty daggum huge. I mean, this has got everything except for the kitchen sink thrown into it. It's basically kind of like we kind of got the idea of the Captain America that we did over here, only to kind of make it a little bigger for Punisher, but I wanted something kind of industrial looking, a little bit of just blown up, like a bunker sort of type setting here, and then the rock over the top of it. We had to have some sort of terrain over the top of it. We loaded down with grenades and skulls and shells and knife and a bunch of guns sticking up out the back here. We'll talk about that in a second. But on the base here, this is actually like 4 pieces, all, I'm sorry, no, so the base is actually like 2 big pieces that I actually printed on the Sonic Mega 8K here. And if you notice right here in the front, this one little piece did not print along the seam here. And I was like, you know, well, that's kind of cool. I'll leave it like that. Kind of look like it's been blown up or taken out or something. And then I had another issue on the same piece over here where this metal right here just kind of formed a little differently. It's just warped or whatever like that from the printer, but I decided, you know what, I like that too. Gives it a little bit of character, and I decided not to print it, just kind of, you know, roll with it. And I like how it turned out. That little bit of battle damage is kind of like a little icing on the cake here. And this design with the brick and the metal goes all the way around the base here. And what I did was I painted everything a gray, a neutral gray, did a black wash over it. I painted the metal parts a gunmetal gray, did a black wash over it. And then I sealed everything. And then I went back with just a light color gray dry brushing over the top of the bricks. And then I did the same thing with some of this right here. I did like chipping and weathering with some chrome and a light steel color. And then I actually put some of rust effects into there, weathered it up a little bit around the seams. I don't know if this is like an air conditioning unit or whatever, but I kind of did that too. A lot of the piping as well, and it just made it look battle worn. Turned out really, really nice. But this is a really gritty type base. I wanted something pretty symmetrical and consistent all the way around. And again, the seams lined up very nicely. I didn't have any issues patching all this up. Again, the reason being is because I printed it with the flat side, the joining sides up with no supports. If you need to know how to do that, I do have a video on that as well. And then on the rock, it's a separate piece. This is all one piece. This was not separate at all. This whole entire thing was printed on the Mega 8K. And then I added some extra stuff to it that's, you know, in the STL, but it's not part of it. I added an extra knife to it, a couple of shells with it, but you have this really cool skull sticking up right here with a knife through it. I really like that effect. And then you have like a skull in here, kind of buried, another grenade, another skull. I mean, this thing is very, very detailed. And inside the little rut right here, I'm not sure what this rut is, but it's kind of cool. It breaks up the monotony of the base. You got another skull, more shells everywhere. And then you got all of this artillery, all these weapons, all these guns sticking up. I wanted something different. And I kind of explained to Enzo what I wanted. I told him I wanted some guns all sticking up out of the base and everything. And he picked the guns and the weaponry and just ran with it. And I really like how it turned out. We got everything represented in here. Different types of caliber weapons. We got a rocket launcher here. That turned out really, really nice itself. And all these pieces are just, you know, printed with just as one piece and just stuck in here. and turned out really, really nice. It's kind of fanned out. If you look at it, breaks up the symmetry a little bit. It's a nice background for the piece itself, and I thought it really turned out really kick-ass. I really, really enjoy this piece. It took a long time to print, and paint, because of the couple of troubles that I went into. Now, the bad thing is when you print a piece this big, such as this base and such as this, you're more susceptible to failures, especially if you don't have a big printer like I have, and you have to print this in separate pieces. Then you a little bit more work to it, and getting rid of the seams and everything else. But I really like how it turned out. Oh yeah, there's another skull right here. Like I'm saying, man, every time I turn this and I look at it, I see different things each and every time. And I think I've looked at this thing about 1,000 times here, and you can see all the weaponry. I just brutalized them up really good, weathered them, made them look real rustic and everything, like they've been just used a lot. Been in battle, they've seen their time in the battlefield, and I really like how these pieces, just nothing is like symmetrical when it comes to this. Like each has its own angle. Each weapon has its own angle, so it doesn't look very, perfect or anything like that. And I even thought about going an extra step further and adding more weaponry into here on my own, printing extras of the guns and stuff. And that's an option that you could have done if you have this file. And I decided to not do that. Now, these are the 3 pieces that I built, completed, and everything so far from my Ultimate series on the Patreon. And I have more that I'm working on. I'm actually working on an Ultimate Venom, and I'm working on a couple other pieces, Ultimate Daredevil, and I've got 1 or 2 more pieces in the works right now being designed by artists. We have an Ultimate Conan coming up in the Patreon pretty soon, but these go really, really well hand in hand, just basic museum pieces. And man, I like how they look together. Just awesome. And it's going to be like a whole fleet of these before too long. And I did a video on Captain America, and I did a video on Ultimate Doom over here. Go check those out on the page. So if you haven't noticed, I use a lot of different washes in my models because I love the weathering effect that it actually does. And you can pull off a lot of really cool stuff with washes. And I do a lot of dry brushing as well. A lot of these techniques I've got from mini painting years ago whenever I first started working with minis, and I brought it over to the statues and got some pretty good results from it, I think. So a lot of my videos, go over there and check those out. I mean, there's a lot of pretty cool stuff on there that you can learn from. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. If you like the content, you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So I wanted to do a quick review for this guy right here. I will be back with a couple of new tutorials that I'm working on. I am working on updated settings in the brand new Chitu box, and I'm also doing a skin tone video, an updated skin tone video for you guys, as well as a couple of other things. So be sure to check out the channel, check out the upcoming videos and everything, and I'll leave you with some parting shots of this guy as well as the other 2 here. And as always, everybody, stay safe out there, get out and create something, print, prep, paint, repeat. And until the next video, we'll see you.